So I'm gonna start the recording now. So let's see. So you said this game you think you did really well in, correct?
I wouldn't say really well. I would say average to above average. Um,
And what rank is this
it
one?
was it was pretty good. This is Diamond 3.
Okay,
Um,
let me just check you're online, right?
yeah, I am.
So I know you've been doing well with Junker Queen for the most part. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. Let me just check your Queen stats. Your Queen stats are very good, so you should definitely keep up with the Queen.
Okay, cool.
You've
Thank you.
played more Ashe than last time. Your stats are a little better this time, but they're still at
Okay.
8K. And Ashe isn't even super good right now, in my opinion, right?
Mm,
Your Sojourn stats have definitely increased too.
okay, that's
Um,
cool.
And your tracer's pretty good too. Like stat wise, you're all good. So let's just see what you're doing. That's making a difference.
Yeah.
Gameplay
Alright.
wise, because like even if you have good stats, it might not mean you're doing like for example on Sojourner, you're just not getting the railgun hits that you need, right?
Mm,
And that could be the big difference between a win and a loss as well.
yeah.
So let's see. You start here. This spot's okay. I tend to start over here, but this spot's totally
Yeah,
fine.
you're not screen sharing.
Oh my god, am I not? My
No.
bad. My bad.
Oh, no worries.
All right, let's see. Let me know. Can you see that now?
Yes, I can.
So you start in this spot. That's not bad. People do this all the time too.
Yeah, just ignore the
Um,
ignore the ignore that. I
I mean that's not bad. I don't mind that. So one thing I want to you to focus on immediately, right, is your entire team is up here, right?
mm,
You went down to Trace Tracer in a 1v1, which is exactly what she wants a lot of the time, right? You don't want to
yeah.
do that. Your job is so it's like facing a wrecking ball. I don't know how many you faced, at least in Overwatch 1, right? Is you kind of just don't want to pay attention to him as much as possible until you absolutely have to. I mean, even then you could kind of ignore him. Um, right here you're doing okay. Right now you're with your team again, so that's fine. Right there. That's kind of like a game sense thing, I guess, is the way to put it. You knew she was sitting there, right? So how recall
Mm,
works is 5 seconds is where she'll TP back to, I believe. So what I would have done is just thrown my vortex thing right on the ground where she was. Um,
oh yeah, that would make more sense.
so when you're fighting a tracer, you kind of want to predict where she's going to be, and that just comes with time and facing a lot of tracers, right? But if you can predict where she's going to recall to, it's a lot easier to kill her. But so you're still wasting a lot of time on a character that wants you to take your time off them, right? They want you to take the time instead of you shooting their supports that are just open like they are now, right? And they are running dives, so it's a lot harder for your team. Um, I'd say like if you're any other damage, it's scary to be where you were just at. But since you have the slide, it's always good to get away. So that's fine. If your team is losing a lot of space just fighting this tracer, which is really bad. Now, that's a good shot too. Alright, don't do that. Do you know why?
Um, well, my original thought was that Doom would have charged Empowered Punch, but he already had it, so I don't know. I'm sure you're about to tell me though.
Alright, so let's see. Let's just see it again. Your hog might have been the one to do it, but just try and get in the habit to not doing it. Right, so he's not blocking here. Now he's blocking, right? Because the hog shot him, but you're also shooting him still. As soon as he's punch, you should probably try and slide away here. If he's a little better Doom, you might have either gotten away because of it, or he might have just actually rolled you guys. Let's see if he actually hits a punch here. Yeah, see, like that's what got you killed, right? So as soon as you see him turn red, you either need to back away, and you just need to make sure you're not the one doing that, right? You don't want to be the one giving him the punch. And that's hard to do sometimes, but you really don't want him to get that, because that's what gives him a lot of his damage.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's the same, like, view it as Zarya, right? Where you don't really want to shoot her bubbles, you just don't really want to shoot him when he's blocking like that. Again, that's a little early on your vortex, right? Because he is Genji.
Yeah.
It's a good shot. You're getting much better with the railguns, so that's good. But you could definitely pressure up a little bit here now, right? Because their tank's dead. I'm unsure what you're doing here, right?
Yeah. I don't know what I
Yeah.
was doing.
Oh, you are. That is a crazy life grip.
Yeah, I know. Our Life Weaver was kind of good. I won't lie.
Yeah.
The whole game. actually gave him a free empowered punch here, which
Yeah, which is,
in
I mean, like,
hindsight
you know, when you throw a
was not
vortex,
that
it's hard
smart.
not to do it. But you definitely don't want to shoot him there, right? This one does okay. I don't mind it. You're just losing a lot of pressure here that you could have. All right, now, unfortunately, you slid in at probably the worst time to slide in. Just because they popped literally everything. Right, they popped Ko. I don't know where their Genji ended up going. But he did absolutely nothing, so that's good. Right, you do have railgun now, too.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
wanna
would have stayed
apologize for
higher,
how
too.
long. I want to apologize for how long I held
Yeah,
up this
that's
railgun on for.
that's one thing to definitely like just try and notice in your game, is to make sure you're using that for sure.
Like genuinely, it's criminal how long I held
Like,
on to it for.
like even right here is okay, right? Because like even though they're down, you just stagger them more. Your hog did get pulled away there, which is a little odd. Oh, that's a huge sleep from there, Tim. Nice from Mirana though. Your healers are pretty good on this game. Hanzo gets a pick here, right? Now there's a Hanzo, right? So you want to, you know, maybe be a little worried about the headshot, but I would also push up like that because I'm aggressive like that. I don't think there's anything bad here. Yep, you get up to high ground. I was gonna say you should definitely try and get up there. Let's keep watching. Yep, alright. So again, that's fine because he's really low now, but if you shoot his back, he doesn't get charged, if you're curious.
Yeah.
But I really don't think you're killing him there because he is just blocking, right? So you really don't want to give him that punch. And again, that's, just want to show you like how you die there, right? But do you know where your audio is at in the game?
Let me just check. Well, right now it's at 0 because I turned it down so I could hear you. But I normally
Right.
have it at 100 sound effects, 0 music, 100 in-game volume, and master around like 35 to 40. I'd
Okay.
say.
So I'd say maybe turn your, I'm not sure exactly how that works. Maybe turn your master volume. I keep mine at like 90, which is really high. But sound cues in this game are like super important, right? So like I don't know if you were able to hear that soldier running.
Yeah.
But like if you can't hear somebody running, then you're just missing out on a lot of free information.
Yeah.
Again, you don't want to blow your eardrums out like I do, but like maybe enough to where you could hear him, right? Because you could definitely hear him coming around, right?
Probably, yeah.
Like that was pretty obvious there from the sound key that he was just probably there. And again, like you're a little out of position here, right? Because your hog's on the left side, cool. And they're all like aiming at you. And they can if you know just walk around this way. So I'd say maybe you wouldn't be up high here, or even like back here a little bit, right? Because the cart's back there. So that's really bad that you got picked off there. Alright, so alright, you do back up here, which is good. And again, this is no knock to you when we go over these games. This is all hard to do and like think about while playing the game, right? I don't know what your life weaver is doing. Alright, so again, you don't want to chase a tank like this, especially Doom, right? In this tiny room, because he'll just do this too. Your hog did a good hook there, though. He kind of helped you. Make sure if you're gonna do something like that, you ping it. And especially when he's on you. That way, that like if the hog wasn't smart enough to turn that way, you could have definitely stayed up top here, by the way.
Okay.
Just because you don't want to lose that high ground like that. Up here's okay until they dive you, right? But I'd still say like you definitely want to be like probably here still. Imagine yourself like a soldier or an Ashe, right? Kinda. But with a lot more mobility. So like right here, right? If they just come up to you, it's really hard for you to get away now.
Yeah.
Again, if that Ana hit that sleep, it would have hurt too. Like there seems to be like a lot of downtime where you're very aggressive when a fight starts, but you're not proactive a lot of the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to constantly get damage, and like you tend to unposition yourself a lot of the time before fights start. You probably just want to either, yeah, I'm gonna say just die or get out here. Again, you still haven't used your ult, right? That's pretty bad. It's not like you guys are even getting rolled. There's a lot of free times to get it. Like it's one thing if like you guys couldn't have a spot to stay, and like they're constantly killing everybody and you're going out split and stuff, but like that's not the case. These fights are like pretty clean. You are AFK here though.
Yeah, I was just running to the Discord message you sent me.
Oh, okay. So right here, I don't know if you die here, but I'm pretty sure if you slide, you can get up. I swear you can get up here. Slide, but maybe I'm crazy. Worst case, you could go up here, right? There's a platform here, or you could just slide onto this thing and then just jump up, right? Because this spot up here is really strong.
Yeah.
I also want to show you too where you're playing a lot of the time. So like you are doing the strafe there, which is good. That's the first time I think I've seen you really do it this game. Except look where you're going, right? Do you know what's wrong with this?
Yeah. I'm just going like out into the open. There's no real cover. Just basically a sitting duck.
Right. So you kind of want to play like you could play right here, right? Maybe at this corner a little bit. Again, I'd still try and get up here, right? Because then you can just play around this side right here and shoot them like this. But that is how you end up dying. And when you get shot, you ended up going left, which is even more open space instead of trying to go to the right. I don't even know if you would slide. Let me just check. No, I don't think you did. Or maybe you died right as you tried to use it. Oh no, you had it. Yeah, so you could have actually just slid back here too.
Yeah, I think I was trying to slide into that little cubby to the left. But
Yeah.
it didn't really work.
I mean, I don't think you expected the Ana to shoot you as well. You not using your ult here though is really, really rough though. I mean, I think Lifeweaver's used free. I don't know if Ana's used Nano yet, though, which is really bad as well. Again, you could definitely slide right here and jump up there, by the way. Which you do. Nice, that's clean. Now, so you have railgun, right? I'd pop railgun right here probably.
Yeah, in hindsight,
Just because like
should've.
you want to secure a fight with this ult, and you even use it once, right? I mean, like you've been getting a lot of kills with your railgun, so I see no reason to not use it. And if you miss, then you know what you missed, but at least you're charging another one. But you not getting any value off your ult is really, really like it's criminal, like you were saying. Alright, like right here again, probably use it. Right, your hog's dead, but their doom is so low that if you pop it, you probably kill him here. That's a good turn. You could probably still get the high ground here too. It's not terrible where you're at because your whole team's behind you, right? And you're trying to stop Kurt. Alright, I like the jump slide you did, right? That's something I told you about. I think it definitely helps a little bit, right?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely does give you a lot more height.
Alright, so I'd be worried about you doing this right here, right? Because if you do chase him, the Ana actually, yep, like you'll see right here, you might die, that's why. You know, good thing you're Sojourn and have your slide. But the thing is, you went around the side where they're all at, and nobody's even hitting them yet. So they just all could shoot you.
Yeah.
Okay, that vortex isn't bad.
Did I pop rail here?
Yeah. That's okay. It's not a bad rail. I would not drop here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you end up dying.
Well.
You want to stay up top there with that rail, especially because they popped Ko. Alright, so you swap Ashe. Alright, that was a good fight. Nice. Good weight too. Nice. So Ashe is really good on this map. A lot of the time, I would have been worried if you first picked it, just because they were running that dive right. Like obviously, I wouldn't be worried that you picked it. I'd be worried that like, you know, you wouldn't end up swapping if you picked it to start, because that comp would roll Ashe. But what they swapped to was much better to face Ashe, like for Ashe in. But Hanzo is still an issue, especially the higher you go, the more Hanzos will just snipe your ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Again, she's not a bad character. She's just raw aim a lot of the time too, and positioning.
Yeah.
So like it's more or less dependent on if you're hitting your shots a lot of the time or not. before they one-shot you.
I don't know how our lifers have got stuck in there, but
Yeah, it happens. Alright, so again, it's just the same as your vortex. You just sometimes like get baited to use your stuff really early. Again, I'd play that left wall a little more. Nice shots. If you didn't know, I'm assuming you do, but your dynamite, when you throw it, it lands in your crosshair. Like if you throw it and don't move your crosshair, it'll land in your crosshair and then you could shoot it.
wow, I actually didn't know that. That's actually very helpful.
Yeah, so that's like a really easy way to get it. Like right there, if you just didn't even scope and you just shot, it would have popped.
Yeah.
So right here, right, you've coach gun. I would just, whoops, get up here. Right, see where Widow's at? You just want to play her like a Kree Widow mix, is really what she even is, right? I mean, again, the Doom is up there, right? But you don't have an escape like Sojourn does, so you can't be super far front. Like, this is okay, I guess, but like up on these stairs where you're at right now is way better, right? Because you see you're just immediately getting more value.
Yeah.
Dynamite's okay, it zones him a little bit. Your team's not pushing cart, which is very upsetting. I wouldn't even say you need to shoot Doom here. It's okay, but like again, if you just look to your right, they're coming right out. So you could just pressure them instead. So then Doom probably dies to the rest of your team.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd watch out here, right? I'd go in that right room instead if you could try and make it, because he's just getting heal botted right now. Because there's a mega right in there. So the big thing about playing damage too is knowing like if you're caught out like this, you're gonna need to know where med packs are a lot of the time as well. Like there's even one in the left room too. There's a tiny run.
Yeah.
I try and get back up to the high ground again. It's amazing the Hanzo is still that low. You bob too. Just wait till your Winston's back and then pop her probably.
Yeah, I don't think I did that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Bob is really, really easy to charge. No, that's nice. Your shots are good. You just like. Okay, let's see this. Again, you could literally just use Bob here to secure. You are getting kills though, which is really good. So you really probably don't even need to end up using it now. But in general, I would have just popped Bob way more proactively there. It's hard for me to tell you how to use Bob because like I always mess mine up. When I play her, but I don't really main her either, so I guess that's some break I have. But you kind of want to throw him in an off angle and high ground, right? Somewhere where he has a lot of visibility. I'd recommend like if you, there might be a guide online somewhere that'll show you like how to use him correctly fully most of the time. But in general, it wants to be like a high ground, right? Somewhere where he has a lot of visibility, but he won't get insta killed. And kind of like an off angle, right? So you could shoot him from one side and you could shoot him from another. Kind of how you want to place a Torp turret.
Okay.
There are like a lot of cheese spots with him too, but I'm not an Ash main, so I don't know all those stupid spots. And also when you throw him, right, they have an Ana, so I'd be concerned. You want to wait till that sleep dart's gone, just so you know.
Yeah.
Or else it's just gonna get into slept and trash, right? Yeah, that's really rough. You're dead here. Oh, you lived? Wow. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, they used ults there. They used 2 ults, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you ever shoot unscoped as well?
I don't enough, but
Okay.
I do occasionally, I think.
So like what really high level Ashes do, and again I'm not an Ash main, but they'll headshot you with a scope and then unscope and shoot you in the body and you'll die.
Yeah, I know you can do that. I I think I tried it on a Moira earlier this game, but it didn't go so well. I
Yeah,
missed the first shot.
it's definitely something that would take practice. Another unfortunate thing too is your Ana's not really hitting sleeps on this Doom a lot of the time. And your guys are running Winston, which is okay into their comp. It's actually pretty good, except, I don't know, your team's not also running, like, you're running the Widow Ashe with the Winston's not, like, fantastic.
Yeah, our tank at this point was shouting at us down the mic saying, I'm gonna leave the game if we don't push high. And then started swearing at the Widow because she kept peeking.
I mean, yeah, like, there's nothing else Widow's gonna do here, but also you probably shouldn't be on Widow, right? If he's running Winston, you guys could probably run a dive here, right? I mean, if that's not feasible, then he should not be on Winston. But like against their comp, Winston's actually like usable, which is crazy. But the Winston definitely gonna die here. The life we were going to save them. The tree is really cucking both your you and the Winston though, fortunately. Pushing I here is like kind of a requirement because they're all just gonna sit up there. Except they are running like dives, so it's not as big of a deal if you guys go down low. But again, both of you and Widow want to be up there anyway. So like, you know, it's a hit or miss. I think the Orisa pick here from your guy is really good. I'd say Sigma might work a little better with your team, just because you'd have a shield to go up there. But now the Widow's on McCree, so I think the comp is a little bit better. Let's see it right here, right? Maybe, yeah, that's false spawn. So like, even a Bob here would be okay, potentially, right? They're down somebody, that's a good kill. Now it's not as good here, right? Now you got another kill. That's not as big of a deal. Again, nobody's pushing Cardigan too, right? So that's the thing, if you're in voice chat, you gotta say that probably. Now somebody is. So let's see if when you get coach gun, do you go high ground? Nice. Alright, so your crew just died. Good shots. I wouldn't say Bob's needed here yet. I've been trying to look for a spot for it. There's been a couple times, right, obviously, but again, you're just not using your ult a lot still.
Yeah.
Which definitely really hurts you, because Bob could change the whole fight. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I think things just go downhill from here, and then the game is just basically over.
I mean, so like in terms of like using ults too, you might be like looking to use ult to be proactive, right? But also like, do you know the term snowball? Do you know what that like kind of means in this game?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, what you want to do is you want to use an ult, then another ult, right? If you're winning, you want to use ults, but not too many, right? Because then you're out of ults. And that's kind of how like the ult economy works. So you want to use, like, if you get a kill, right? Like when their Doom died there, if you use Bob and you were able to get 2 picks off the Bob, then they're more split, right? And then they can't touch again. And then it's harder to touch again and again, right? Until you cap that point. This map's really hard because you could get stuck here like you guys do. And it's very common to get stuck here too, right? Because it's really hard if they play it correctly to take this spot. Especially because your Orisa actually just trolled right there, but like, I don't think you've used an ult yet this game. Actually, you did use one, but you died, so. So you just waited too long for like the right moment that literally never came. Right here's a little risky, right? Because now they're gonna know you're here. All right, so that's a bad Bob. Because now they could just sleep it, react to it, yeah, exactly like that. And nobody's even up here yet with you, right? Actually, everybody's dead too, so that's just really bad. You just did what Orisa did, and that's super troll. I mean, I guess like nobody's, you know, your Bob did touch cart, so that worked.
I was trying to touch cart.
Yeah, so I guess that works.
And yeah, I think I switched to Tracer here.
Yeah.
Get back quickly.
And that's a good swap. Trying to see, cause like, I don't know. They don't even have any ults, and you guys have 2 ults. You guys don't lose it here, do you?
Yeah, we do.
No way. Orisa just gets Orisa trolled. What?
Yeah, just C9'd it.
And then he like actually trolled, like on purpose. Did somebody say something to him?
No, he was just being toxic for like the last like minute and a half of that game.
That's insane.
I don't know. Yeah, I was wondering, you know, what happened.
I mean, you guys probably actually win that if he didn't troll you. to be honest.
Yeah,
It looked like at least
yeah,
it would have been a lot closer.
yeah. I guess, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess.